Almost every 3D application comes with this tool, which is known as Gizmo inside the ZBrush. Most commonly, they are known as transformation tool or transform tool, but in ZBrush we call it Gizmo tool. So this tool helps us to move, rotate, scale, and couple of other options as gives us. So to activate, you can choose any of the above Gizmo tool. We have here move, scale, and rotate. So any one of these, pretty much they all do the same thing. If I will press any one of these tools, it will activate basically on my screen over here. Okay. And to go back, I just have to press the draw button over here. Let me press F on my keyboard to get this lady here. And I will go to this layer, the top one, and then let's go back to the move tool. Now, as I was not, my screen was off, so I had to press F on my keyboard or frame so to bring it back. Now I'm back here and I can easily use my Gizmo tool over here. Now, Gizmo tool can do all these three things, and apart from these three, it can do much more. Let's see one by one all of them. Let's see first move, how we can move around. To move around, we have these arrows, and if I click on any one of this arrow and move, you can see that on that axis, restricted to that axis, it is moving my 3D model. If I click on this one, I can move it up and down and it will be restricted to that. I cannot move it left or right because I'm restricted to the y-axis. So undo, and then same thing I can do with this z-axis. Okay, so I will undo that. And then we have these boxes. These boxes represent scaling. I can scale it on x-axis just like this. I can scale it on y-axis, and then I can scale it on z-axis as well. Now, if I orbit around, you can see that there is a middle option over here, and if I click on it, it will scale it actually from the middle, like all uniformly on all the sides. And here you have these corners. Now, what are these corners? These are the moving corners which work perpendicular to the screen, relative to the screen. So if I will move it, it's not moving in a 3D space, it's moving on the world axis of my screen actually. Okay, now apart from moving and from scaling, we have rotation also. So these are some axes, and it will stick to this axis and rotate on that and those axes, just like the moving and the scaling. And then relative to screen, we have this outer axis, which will be rotating my object relative to the screen actually, not to the object itself, but to the world, or you can say the screen. And we have two different kinds of gizmos basically. If I go here on this gizmo icon and if I turn it off, I will get this. What is this? This is known as the transpose line. Transpose line basically is the traditional old gizmo that we used to have in the older version. It's mainly used for measuring lines. Okay, so how it is used, if I will if I will click it and move it around. Okay, let me go here. Okay, and if I click here, okay, and click on the other object part of it, let me check because I'm just not clicking on the right spot. Okay, for example, if I want to measure the length of her hand, so I can click here and then I can click and drag. Oops, suppose this hand, this hand. So the thing is that you have to click and drag. You don't have to click and then drag. you have to click right away and then start dragging. So what it will do is that it will just create a straight line, and it will tell you how long it is and what's the length. Suppose I want her full length, for example. So let me bring it here. Click and then drag. So for straight, I can press shift key on my keyboard to keep it straight, and you can see that while I'm moving, it is showing me some changes over here. Like suppose if I'm talking about the length, so click of the her leg, so click and drag, okay, and then you can see the units, the pixels, the angle, everything it shows. So this is the traditional transforms which was used for measuring purposes and for other deformation purposes basically. Let me click here the Gizmo 3D back so I can move it here. Now, as you know, I have moved back to my normal Gizmo, but there is an issue now. My Gizmo is moved to her leg because this is the last place I clicked with the transpose. Now, if I want to move it back to where it was, to its center position, so what I have to do, if I'm using PC, I will press Alt, or Mac, so I will press Option and this rotation icon over here. So if I will press this one with the Alt key press, it will reset my uh, like Gizmo over here. Okay, so this is how you can easily like reset it. Okay, and if you want to move it to center, to put it on the center, you can Alt or Option click the home button, because I just reset it the direction of my Gizmo, but the position I want it to be in the center. So what I have to press Alt on my keyboard and click on this home button, and it will bring it to the center of my object. Now sometimes what happens, I want to move my Gizmo, not my object. But if I will try to move the Gizmo, it will move the object. It will move with the object actually. But what if I don't want that? I only want to move the Gizmo without affecting my 3D object. So what I can do, I can press Alt on my keyboard if using a PC, or Option if I'm using Mac. And then if I will try to move it, so you can see that it's only moving the Gizmo. Okay, and when I will leave my Alt key on the keyboard, so you can see that it is working uh, you know, independently the way I want it to be. Okay, now to bring it back to the center, so I can press Alt, Home, and also to reset the Gizmo itself, I can press Alt and this button here, which is already in like set up, so I don't have to do anything with it. Now, as you have noticed that when I'm moving, it is only moving one layer, means one subtool. It's moving Julie subtool. It's not moving the other subtools. Like it's not moving the swimsuit subtool, eye subtool, teeth subtool, and hair subtool, because I have some other subtool as well over here. So to move all the subtools together, what you can do, if you will see, there is this small icon over here. Okay, if I will click on this icon here, so it will turn into three rows. What are these? These are the subtools. So if I just click, by default it is one subtool, but if you will click on it, it will become three, means like all the subtools. Now if I will move around, you can see it is moving all the subtools from here. Okay, so this is how you can move any one of these like subtools, but let me keep it as it is. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I will keep it as it is. I will not change it. Now if you want to selectively pick a particular subtool, suppose I want to move my the hair of the hair of Julie. So only I want to move the Julie's hair. I don't want to move the whole Julie herself. Okay, so what I will do here is that I will press Control Shift, and then I will click on her hair. Okay, when I will click on her hair, other parts you will see they have these scan lines, means they are deactivated. Now if I will move, it will only move the hair, the Julie's hair. So let me undo that. Now what else I can do here is that, suppose I want to move her hair, also her swimsuit. So Control Shift, and I will click on her swimsuit as well. And now I can move her swimsuit and the hair at the same time. Okay, so this is how you can keep on adding into your selection as well. Now, one more thing I can do here is that suppose I don't want her hair, I don't want her swimsuit, but I want all the other items that are not activated right now. In short, I want to inverse my selection. So what I can do here is that I can press Control Shift and click outside somewhere. And when I will click outside somewhere, you will see that whatever was selected is now deselected, and whatever was not selected is now selected. It has inverted my selection. Okay. But if you want to reset this whole selection thing, if you want to go back to normal, just press Control Shift, drag on your screen somewhere and leave it. And so you will be back to normal. This is how you can work with the Gizmo selection and all those things. Also, we can orient the Gizmo to different parts over here. For example, I want this Gizmo to go to this hand and as well orient to the surface of this hand. So let me zoom in just to demonstrate here. What I need to do here is that I just have to press Alt on my keyboard and click on the hand. As soon as I will do that, just notice the orientation of my Gizmo is exactly on the surface of this hand. What if I go and do the same thing on the thigh? Notice how the thigh is curved at this stage, at this point. Okay. So if I will press Alt and click on this part, just notice this is also curved now. It is also following the same direction. Okay. So this is how you can easily, orient to the surface of any part of the object inside your ZBrush with if you want to do that with the Gizmo. So next topic we will discuss some additional Gizmo tips and see what else we can do with the Gizmo. Thanks a lot everyone for joining my course and following up with me. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, so please subscribe to my channel. Also click on the bell icon so you can get the daily notifications. And I will really appreciate if you will watch all my videos online without downloading them, because I need all those watch time hours. Please just support me. Keep on sharing my videos with your friends. Ask them also to subscribe, because I will be coming up with a lot of new great tutorials and full courses. Also, don't forget to watch my online live streams and watch the introductory video of the live stream. You can also click on this icon on the top right corner where you can find my live stream introductory video, where I have explained about all my schedule that I will be working on my live streams basically. Okay guys, so take care and see you in the next topic or in the next chapter. So by the time, take care and keep subscribing, keep watching, and keep ZBrushing.